Hi everyone, and welcome to just another probably 30-minute yoga practice that we'll do together. We're going to do a little bit of a flow today just to kind of get our bodies moving, get our minds quiet, and allow ourselves to come back in. So let's begin our practice. Let's just bring our hands into Namaste. Bring your thumbs into the center of your heart. And as we begin our practice, my name is Barb, and I'm coming to you from the Yogashala. And allow your heads to bow down towards your heart. Begin to step into your time, where we press the pause button for the next few moments together in our practice. Give ourselves to come back into neutral. Sort of pierce through all of the busyness of the mind. And I want you just to feel the heart beating just underneath your thumbs to begin with. And then I'd like you to feel your inhalation coming in through your nasal passages. You'll feel the coolness of the inhalation, and then feel the exhalation moving out through the nasal passages as well. And you'll feel it's warm to body temperature. As we settle into our breath, I would like you to just begin to recognize, does my inhalation seem longer or shorter than my exhalation? Just begin to even them out. Come into your Samvriti breath. And as you do so, begin to soften the belly. Soften any rigidity that we're holding. Begin to let the belly expand. And the ribs expand as you inhale, and everything gently ebbs back to center as you exhale. Just in these first few breaths, as we really bring the breath up to a conscious awareness, you can start to feel those lovely effects on the body. You might feel your shoulders just softening a little bit. Your brow smoothing, your jaw easing. And as we have that lovely evenness to our breath and we have the belly gently expanding, we soften the diaphragm and all of the solar plexus area, an area where we hold a great deal of tension. And as we move through our practice today, I invite you to stay with your breath. You'll notice the mind will keep trying to interrupt you, convincing you that you need to follow it, either back to the past or forward to the future. And instead, I'd like you to recognize that you have the choice to come back to the present. And in this present moment, we can allow our yoga to begin, to serve us in our minds, in our bodies, and certainly in our spirit. Enjoy your practice, everyone. All right, here we go. Let's open the eyes. Take the arms down and up. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale. Bring those hands down to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Deep inhalation. And deep, full exhalation. And our last time. And exhale. All right. Most of us have probably been on our computers a lot more than usual in these last couple of weeks. So we're going to do a little bit of work in the forearms, yeah? So we're going to take our hands, we're going to interlace them. We're going to lengthen the arms skyward. We're just going to press through the heels of your hands. So instead of pressing through your knuckles as though you'd crack your knuckles, I want you to press through the heels of your hands and just lengthen the sides of your body right down to your sitting bones. Take another full breath there. Good. And then exhale, bring your hands down behind your back. You're going to do the same thing, interlace your fingers. And then as you exhale, you're going to press your palms together. You can put your first fingers extended, And you're going to reach those arms behind you just to open up the front of the chest into the shoulders, beginning to just allow the chest muscles to open up. Take another breath there. And then we're going to release those arms. We're going to bring around the front. We're going to interlace them again. And this time as you exhale, I want you to press them forward, and you're going to round your backs back. So as we press through the heels of the hands and round the body back, we can just get into the back of the shoulders, the back of the upper chest. And then exhale, we're going to come back up. Good. As we come back up, we're going to do just another little bit of work into the actual forearms. So extending your right arm forward, take your fingers with your left hand, and you're going to press that palm forward. As you press the palm forward, we're pulling the fingers as far down or back to where you're feeling something all the way through your forearm, and you might feel it right across the wrist and into the palm itself. Some of you might be pulling the fingers all the way back, some may be to the floor. But I want you to press the heel of your hand forward, just breathing there. One last breath. And then gently release. You want to give a little flamenco turn of the hand there, yeah, just to let the blood reflow, recalibrate through. And then let's go to the other side. So our left hand's going to come out. Our right hand will take the fingers. So I'm just holding the actual fingers, and I'm going to press those down as I straighten my arm and press the heel of that hand forward. So we get a lovely opening all the way through the wrist, the forearm. Some of you might feel it right up into the bicep area and right down into your fingers as well. Yeah, try to keep those fingers as straight as you can. Take another couple of breaths here. We don't realize how much tension we hold in these parts of our bodies until we do something like this. And then we realize how good it feels, yeah, to bring this sort of greater opening to this area. So one last breath, and then you're going to release, everyone. Good. And again, give a little flamenco dancer turn of the wrist there. All right. Okay, we're going to come off of our seated position, and we're going to come back, and let's come into just a melting heart position tonight, or today, with your hips just over your knees. You're going to lengthen your arms forward and bring your forehead and bridge of nose down to the floor. Keeping the elbows as close to the sides of your head is going to allow those inner elbows to turn upwardly, and that way your shoulders are going to be a little more comfortable to be here. We're then going to weight the hips just back enough so that you feel that release through the shoulder blade area and across the mid-back. I'd like you to take another 2 full, even breaths here. All right, and then we're going to slide ourselves back all the way into our child's pose. As we come into child's pose, we're going to let the arms separate now, shoulder width apart. And again, your forehead and bridge of nose can be on the floor. I want you to press into your hands now so that your sitting bones will lengthen back. We start to feel a sense of space within the vertebrae. Keep your shoulders down, your back. Taking another breath there. And then we're going to bring our knees together, and we're going to do a little bit of lateral work. So we're going to walk our hands off to the right as far as you can. You're going to bring your right hand over your left, and I want you to draw your inner ankle bones towards one another. You're going to see that they want to kind of fall away, and instead I want you to draw them together. And you can relax your head over onto that left arm. As we exhale, you're going to press with your right hand into the left and push your hips to the left. And as you keep your left hand firmly grounded on the floor, you're going to feel a lovely opening all through that shoulder, the side body. You might even feel it down into your outer left hip. Just taking another 2 breaths there. And then let's go to the other side. You're going to walk your hands off to the left, and your left hand is going to come on top of your right. You're going to lie your right ear on your right arm. Draw your inner ankles together, and then you're going to push with your left hand down and push your hips over to the right a little bit. As we take our 3 full breaths here, keep the pressure in your left hand pushing down and your right hip pushing out. And then gently we're going to come back. As we come back, let's come up into tabletop, please, everyone. Let's come into a little bit of pelvic stability. So we're going to work just our 3-legged table. We're going to take our right leg out behind us. And I want you to become aware of your left hip. Keep the outer left hip going back. So nothing's going to change through that back of your pelvis. If you imagine that you're lying a sort of teapot on it, it's not going to fall over as you lift your leg, okay? And as we lift that leg, we're going to inhale. I want you to keep aware of the left outer hip going back, and exhale, bring nose and knee together. Inhale, lengthening out. Draw belly in and up, so we're working abdominals as much as the back muscles. And exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, bring it in. If you want to add in a little bit more, you can start lengthening your left arm forward. If that's too much, just keep the arm down, and then you're bringing all together in. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, bring it in. Let's go one more time. Inhale, lengthening. And now you're going to reach around. You're going to get hold of that, either the foot, or you could even grab your pant legging. Okay, as we come into crouching tiger, we're going to press the ball of that foot forward. And I want you to lift your sternums gently forward. As we press the ball of the foot upwardly towards the ceiling, heart's going forward. Take one more breath there. And then exhale, we're going to release that leg. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, we'll begin with just the legs. So we're making sure this right hip is not going to go out to the side and that left leg's going to roll open. We're going to keep everything nice and stable and level, yeah, through that pelvis. So you're going to feel it through some of these muscles in that right buttocks as you do that, perhaps. Take your breath, inhaling. Exhale, bring nose and knee together. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bring it in. You can continue that way, or you can add in your right arm if you like. And exhale, bringing it in. If you're feeling anything in your back, I want you to draw more awareness to your belly drawing in and up, right above the pubic bone. If we let the leg go too high, it's going to put more pressure in the back. So just parallel to that back hip is what we want. And exhale, bring it in. This time, inhale, lengthen out. Let's wrap that arm around. Take hold of that back foot or your pant leg, and then you're going to press the ball of that foot up towards the ceiling as you move your heart forward. Take your breath here. One last breath. And then exhale, come on back. Good. As we come back, everyone, we're going to give the arms just a little reprieve here. So come back to that easy pose that we had, the melting heart. Let your palms turn over. Let your forehead and bridge of nose come down. And just take a few breaths here. Feel your heart softening. All right. And then while we're here, let's interlace those fingers. Bring your knees forward. We're going to come up into an elbow dog just to do a little bit more warming work in the shoulder and also into the hamstrings. Curl your toes under, please. Take a breath. And as you exhale, come on up into your elbow dog. So as we come onto our toes, your nose is moved forward over your fingers. Exhale, we're going to move it back. So we move back, our heels drop down, and head can relax through. Let's go a few times. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, moving back. If you need to modify, if this is a little too much for what you need today, that's fine. Yoga always has options, yeah? We can bring the knees down, and you can bring your chin beyond. Notice my belly is staying off the floor. And then exhale, you'll come back. So modification and full posture coming up onto the toes and back onto the heels. So just seeing which way is better for you. Let's go a couple more times. Once you finish that last exhalation, I'd like you to press forward in those arms. As your hips go back, just feel the backs opening up. And as we're feeling the strength beginning to build in the body, I want you to always keep aware of the ease in your breath, and here, the ease in your neck. One last full breath, and then exhale. Let's bring those knees down. Wrap your arms, everyone, just around, and take a breath in full Balasana. All right. We're going to come forward, bringing the hands forward. Fingers not too splayed so that they're not putting undue pressure in each of the joints, but they're working in union with one another. We're going to take the knees back, curl the toes under, come up into your first plank. Yeah, and we're just setting our down dog length. So from here, thighs are pulled up. Take your inhale up, back, and down to your dog. Inhale, coming forward. Heels are pressing back, armpits are right over the wrists. Exhale, up, back, and down to your dog. One more time. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, up, back, and down to your dog. Take a little no action with the head. Make sure that neck is easy, please. Legs are strong so that the spine can be long and easy, yeah? Good. One last breath there. And then let's take that right leg up behind. As we take that right leg up, keep pressing away from the arms. And then inhale, we're going to come forward. We're going to place that foot just to the outside of our mat, just about hip height. Bring your left hand to the center of your mat. We're going to come into a side plank, okay? As we come into a side plank, your right arm can go skyward. Take a breath here. Turn the palm if you like, and I want you to press through the inner heel of your left leg. That's your leg that's straight right now, yeah? And as you exhale, you can reach that arm over. As you press through that inner heel, you can roll to the baby toe side edge of that right foot a bit just to get into that buttocks. Take a breath, and then exhale, come on back. As we come back to your dog, please, lengthening back. Take a little no action there, nice and easy. And then inhale, we're going to take our left leg up. As our left leg comes up, again, similar to what we did in our warm-up in our three-legged table, I want you to feel your outer right hip so that we're not opening that left hip too much. And as we inhale, we're going to bring that leg in. We're going to place that foot down. Bring your right foot, or the right hand rather, to center of your mat. Turn both of your feet to face the left side. And we're going to press down through that inner right heel, everyone. Left arm's coming up. Turn the palm, reach it to the front of your mat. And spiral the chest open here. Taking another breath here. One last breath. And then bring that hand back down, pivot the legs, and come back to your down dog. Good. Come forward, please, everyone. Bring your knees down. We're going to take a classical chaturanga here, yeah? Or that's what I am kind of coining it. As we're here, we're going to keep our elbows in. We're going to bring our chin and our nose down to the floor with our buttocks in the air. And then you're going to slide forward. Let your baby toes come on the floor and lift into cobra. Move your hearts forward. With your baby toenails on the floor as much as your big toenails, the legs are in neutral. Take a breath. I want your backs to be working here, your mid-backs. Exhale, drop your chin without losing your back engagement. And then inhale, lift back to your cobra. Use the chest moving forward and see, does my body want to come higher? If it doesn't, stay where you are. Take a breath there. And then exhale, back to down dog. Press through those arms. Good. We're going to take now our body forward into our plank. We're doing another side plank. Take your left hand down, and this time bring your foot behind. As you bring that foot behind, you can reach that arm skyward and reaching that arm to the front of the room. As we take a little kind of baby wild thing here, yes? Take a breath. And then exhale, come on back. As we come back, we're moving back to our down dog. Again, check in with that neck, all is well there. Inhale, we're coming forward. This time, turning again, this time to our right hand, and foot is coming behind, yes? If we need to modify, we can bring that right knee down, or we can just keep ourselves here, okay? This is another modification we can do for our wild thing. As we breathe here, we're getting that opening through the left side of the body, the front of the chest. And exhale, bring your hands back and come back to your down dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Lower your knees, please, everyone. And once again, our classical approach, yes? Chin is down, sliding forward, and move the sternums forward. Take a breath. And exhale, lower the head, keep the backs engaged. Inhale, coming back, and if it feels good to come up, come up. If it doesn't, stay a little lower, but keep the hearts moving forward. Take your hips up, back, and down to dog. Let the head have that little no action, nice and easy, please. One last breath there. Bring your knees down and wrap the arms around. All right, let's come up. We're just going to come into a couple more postures before we take a few moments in Shavasana. So let's bring ourselves, everyone, into a Baddha Konasana. All right, so as I bring myself to face you, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. All right, knees can be at the sides. And we're going to make sure we're right up on to the top of the sitting bones, yeah, so you can get any of the buttocks flesh out of the way. And as we inhale, I want you to find that lovely long back. And then exhale, we're going to hinge gently over. Soles of the feet can work together, so we'll work this in a yang sort of way, dynamically. So the soles of the feet are going to press together. For some of you, you might enjoy bringing the arms under and binding around the feet, and then working to feel as though one day the heart would lie on top of the feet. Let all of the tension in your back just drain away with each exhalation, please. one last full breath there. And then let's bring ourselves up, okay? As we bring the knees in, we're going to come into our supine virasana, yeah? If you have some pillows at home, you can use those to support you, kind of nice, or you can use them to kind of lean on if you have blocks, terrific, okay? You can also do this one-legged or two-legged. I'm going to do it two-legged, but you might decide I'm going to do one-legged, one leg at a time, and then do the other one, so you can adapt it as you like. As we're coming into the two-legged, I'm just going to get my calves out of the way, and sitting back, I'm just going to see, how do my knees like this today, yeah? Particularly my left knee, how does it like it? Yeah, not bad. It might be all right. So we'll see how it's feeling. We're going to make sure the toes are pointing straight to the back of the mat, so that's going to demand that the shin is lying as flat as possible, okay? And then we're going to start to move back. So this is where your pillows are going to come in. Either you can place a pillow under your buttocks. If you're already feeling something in your knees, or if it's just too intense in the thighs, then that's where you're going to put your pillow under that buttocks. You could also be leaning against a wall or your couch. So your couch is very handy because then you can kind of just put your elbows on the front of your couch as you're leaning and you're getting the stretch through here. For those that are going further down, we can also use the pillow to support our backs. So we can start to bring our backs onto the pillows and have the head gently cascading. So that's a little too high for what my neck is going to want to do today. So I'm going to bring, I would have a second pillow in to support that. And here, as we breathe here, the knees should be happy. The knees should be staying spiraling just in and towards the front of your mat. So we're not pushing them straight down. We're actually lengthening them forward. The lower backs are completely happy, and if they're not, or if the knees start popping up, we've gone too far and we need to come back up. So just finding your place where you're feeling something in the quads, but also a sense of opening across the chest. I invite you to take another 3 breaths here. And after the end of that exhalation, we're going to slowly come back up, everyone. Using your hands to support you, coming up as evenly as you can. We're going to bring ourselves just gently forward. We're coming out of it very mindfully. As we come back to just a tabletop, just take a little bit of movement just to allow blood flow to recirculate. And then we're going to slide our legs around. As we slide our legs around, we're going to come down, everyone, to our backs for our final spinal twist, yeah? As we come down, if you draw that right knee into your chest, just give yourselves that gentle hug. And then you're going to let your right arm open to the side, and you're going to rock right onto your left hip. So you're going to adjust right onto it and allow that right knee to soften either to the floor or to your pillows. Okay, so just depending on how you feel. You can take your left hand and gently press right into the front of that hip bone as though you're kind of moving your hip towards the bottom of your mat there. It just allows the twist to come into the mid-back, which is where we want here. Let your head go where it would like, either skyward or back to the right. Take another couple of breaths, please. And then we're going to tuck that leg back in as we roll on to our backs. You want to adjust your hips back over. Straighten the right leg down, bring your left leg in as you give it a deep hug. You're going to take hold of it with your right arm. Left arm will go out as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to rock right over onto that right hip. And that knee either down to the floor or it could be on some pillows. And then you're going to adjust. You saw me just adjust my right shoulder blade there. I just kind of pulled it towards the camera so that my left side would just open up a little bit more. Your head can be skyward or back to the left. And if need be, you can put those pillows under your arm as well. If we have any severe neck issues, then sometimes this position is not comfortable, so shorten the lever of your arm and just let them rest on pillows. Over time, it will change, yeah, but with a gentleness as opposed to a muscling through. You can use that hand to gently press that hip down and away as well. Sometimes feels quite nice. If we had a sandbag, we would put it there. Take another breath there. And then gently, we're going to rock on to our backs, everyone. And we are going to prepare for our Shavasana. So letting the legs either straighten out or place your pillows under your knees. Let your arms just rest at their sides. Close your eyes. Just allow yourselves to stay inwardly. Stay with the feeling of your body on the earth, the support of the earth beneath you, always there. And feel the vastness of the sky above you. And in between those 2 points, we come into being and we allow ourselves a few precious moments of resting, of filling back up, and adding to the resilience that we need to keep things moving forward. Resting in your Shavasana for as long as your schedule, your day, your life will permit. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and I look forward to many more. Stay well, be well. Trust that all will be well. Until next time, everyone, namaste. Sherry, do you want me to just keep going on the same thing, or do you want me to stop it to do a little bit of the ball work?
Oh yeah, let's do the stop.
Okay.
That way we can upload those.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. Yeah.